Hi, my name is Beckett Ellis Chapman. I am a junior in IB. I'm taking the 2020-2021 IB Computer Science SL class, and this is my IA. Um, my IA is a video game, specifically a Tic Tac Toe game in which the user competes against an AI. Um, in this game, the user can choose between a variety of different transportation-related emojis. Choose which one would represent their X or O um, in the tic-tac-toe board. When they click, that emoji would appear. Um, they are transportation related due to my client's desire to have transportation related emojis, as he is a transportation professor at the University of California, Berkeley. And these transportation emojis are a light rail emoji, a municipal bus emoji, a bike emoji, or a subway emoji. And the user chooses these. As you can see on the screen, there's a prompt which pops up. Do you want to be the light rail, municipal bus, bike, or subway? And in order to choose these, the user either types in uh, light rail, uh, muni, uh, bike, uh, or subway. And there's room for error. You can type in bike, you can type in bicycle, you can type in bicycle, you can type in subway, you can type in light rail, you can type in light rail, you can type in light rail. Um, yeah, and same for municipal bus. So let's do bicycle. You've chosen the bike, um, and this text appears due to a grid empty function which I have, and in the draw function, which is what displays the stuff on the screen, um, there is an if statement which says if grid empty is a function which goes through each spot on the grid, and if there is nothing occupying, if there are none of the emojis, the X's and O's, occupying any spots on the board, then grid empty equals true. So this if statement says if grid empty equals true, then display this text. Okay, so you've chosen the bike. If grid empty equals true, it runs through a series of code which identifies what the user is using, what the user chose. So if the user chose bike, it says you've chosen bike. If the user chose subway, it says you've chosen subway. So you've chosen the bike, and click on the board where you want to move. That text appears as well to instruct the player what to do. So I click on the board, and as you can see, I clicked and a bike appeared in the top right, and so did a municipal bus in the middle left. And I clicked on the top right, and this occurred because the emoji was placed there because the grid is defined as a 3 by 3 array with drawn out lines separating each box or value. And if the mouse is clicked in one of the boxes, I'm using a mouse click function on the tic-tac-toe, in the tic-tac-toe box of tic-tac-toe, it identifies that as one of the values in the array, which then allows code in the draw function to place the emoji which the user previously chose perfectly into the center of the clicked box. And once this occurs, an if statement runs the check when function. This occurs all in the mouse click function. Um, the check when function runs through the entire grid, checking if there are 3 in a row diagonally of either the X's or O's, 3 in a row vertically, 3 in a row horizontally. Um, and so the if statement runs the check when function. And if the player with the player's emoji has either won or tied the game with that move, ending the game, then the game ends. The program's over. And text comes up on screen saying uh, player's emoji, in this case, would be the bike. Uh, player emoji, bike, has won, or wins. Bike wins. And if it's tie, it just says tie. But if the game does not end, an else statement follows up with that if statement, which contains the function AI move. And as you can see here, the player move, and I'll do it again, did not result in a win or tie. So let's do it again. Boom. Player move did not result in a win or tie. Which means that the AI moved immediately. And this occurs, the immediate move occurs because there's no delay. But more importantly is why the AI moves where it moves. So the way in which the AI moves is by reviewing in a for loop each spot on the board and seeing if it's empty. And if the spot is empty, the AI tests to see if that move will win them the game using an if statement. And if that move does not win in the game, that empty spot, which was just identified, is pushed into an array. And this is repeated for every spot on the grid. And if there are no spots which guarantee a win, the AI randomly picks one of the multiple values it previously pushed into the previous dimensioned array, and then it outputs an emoji into one of those random values. And then once the emoji's been placed into a spot, uh, the um, the code restarts, and then the mouse click function is run again once you click the mouse again, because the code does not repeat. Um, and if the AI move does win the game, then the program will display tie, or in this case, also if the AI wins, it would be bus wins. Uh, so just for demonstration of what happens when you win, I click here, bike wins. Simple as that. We can run through this code one more time. So how about I do the subway this time? Boom. You've chosen the subway, click on the order you want to move. Okay, I'll move there. Okay. Uh, there. Uh, there. And there. And then the AI won. So notice that AI was able to identify the place where they had to go to win, and now the AI has won. Um, yeah.